Alright, what's going on, everyone? So, I have some Warcraft 3 gameplay for you guys to watch, and this is actually a new game. This isn't an old game, so I'm not using the replay converter to record this gameplay, pretty much. So, I'm kind of slowly getting back into Warcraft 3 again. I don't know why. I guess I'm kind of bored with the games I've been playing lately, so I decided to come back and play this game for a while. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I still enjoy this game a lot. It's easily one of my favorite games, and this is a 4v4. What is it? Team deathmatch? I don't really remember the game mode, but it's pretty much 4v4, and you just gotta kill the enemies. Kill the enemies or just make them rage quit, pretty much, until they completely lose all their buildings, or everyone in a specific team gives up. Then whoever remains is the winner. And in this game, my team and we end up winning. So yeah, that was pretty nice, because I did feel like we were going to lose at the very end of the game, because everything did kind of get because at the very end of the game, we had this really huge, intense fight, and we didn't have any melee units, and that was a problem, because when you play these 4v4 team matches, you really want to make sure you get everything: anti-air, melee, casters, whatever. I decided to use rifles and casters, so I'm basically designed for anti-air and ground units too, because I was using riflemen's. They're pretty much designed for that aspect, but I wouldn't really say actually, yeah, that's what they pretty much are, but they're not like designed for meat. They're not like the knights. They won't take a lot of damage. They're generally really easy to kill, so yeah, they're not like, a wall of force to handle a bunch of strong melee units to make the... Sorry, I pretty much choked up there. So yeah, riflemen's, they're not like melee units. They're not there to like defend. They're not there to defend other units. They're not like a force of wall, basically. But yeah, they can still do some damage, and it's always nice to have, a unit that can do damage on foot and on air. But I think they're mostly designed for air, because I think mainly because of the enemies and their armor. It's kind of complicated to explain everything in Warcraft 3, because there's a lot of stuff that you really need to know. It's not a hard game to play. It's pretty easy to pick up and play if you know what you're doing, but there's definitely a lot of stuff that you need to know. And generally, the attack type that the rifleman has against the air unit's armor, the riflemen generally get like a damage boost, pretty much. So yeah, right here you can see that we're destroying Teal. He was pretty bad too. I can totally tell by his skill level. He's really not a good player. And yeah, I found out these guys are trying to make another expansion to get more resources, but that didn't really end up happening. So my favorite game modes for Warcraft 3, I actually don't really have one. Even back when I used to play this game a lot, I always played pretty much everything, and I'm still that same person too. Although I never liked free-for-all, because I always felt free-for-all is just like a cat and mouse game, and it's so long. It takes forever to finish the game. I just cannot take it. So that's why I always play solo or these team matches. They're so much fun. This is 4v4, and in my opinion, I think 4v4 kind of like attracts a lot of the more inexperienced players, because I guess from an inexperienced player sense of mind, they probably feel more secured with more players compared to like 1v1s, because 1v1s, it's all you. If you make a mistake, then it's your fault. And I guess that's why a lot of the more inexperienced players, they prefer to play the 4v4 or the 3v3 type of matches pretty much. But then again, I still get a challenge because I have to work with my teammates. Sometimes we don't get, you know, good teammates, and yeah, there's a lot of randomness, if you would say. I'm not even sure if that's a word, but there's a lot of unpredictability, pretty much. Oh yeah, and I want to talk about the heroes I'm using. The dwarf, he's the mountain king. He's pretty much my favorite hero because I just love his spells, and he's pretty much a tank. He doesn't die that easily, and his spells are really good. I like the Stormbolt. This Stormbolt spell is pretty much designed to kill other heroes, and when you kill heroes, it really gives you an advantage because they're pretty much the strongest unit, and they can cast other spells too to literally hurt you. And they're good for XP. They are pretty much the super units. You really want to take them down if you can. So right here we decided to run away because they just had too many units, and my riflemen, they were getting really weak. So yeah, that was a very smart move to do. And that's my base right there. I actually kind of like how I designed it. It looks like a wall, and I'm just building more riflemen and getting some priests, which they are pretty much medics. Yeah, I'm healing my guys right here. And I really like the theater mode. It's so convenient in this game. Although I wish I can speed up the game a bit more faster. Maybe in Warcraft 4 they can improve that, but whatever. Time will tell. So right there we found out that Teal is rebuilding their base, and right here this is where the frame rate gets choppy. I'm sorry, because yeah, look at all those units, man. But that's kind of the joy of these 4v4 team battles, because there's so much stuff on the screen and it's really intense. And I'm gonna skip this part. I'm gonna get to the very best part of this game. So I had to fast forward the game. I'm just showing you guys, you know, what's about to happen. And yeah, that's a lot of units. So we decided to teleport at my base and just have this one big final showdown. Once I saw yellow, I was a little skeptic because I started sawing yeah, those guys right here with the big wood thingy or whatever, they are really tough to kill, and they can do a lot of damage to my riflemen too. I forgot, I don't know how to pronounce them. I think they're called Tarins, I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, I end up losing one of my heroes, which I was not happy, but I really had no idea who was going to win this fight, to be honest. But once everyone started dying on the other team and I saw my team just ganging up on blue, I knew we pretty much won this game. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will post some more if I can. Peace.